I used to think I was just a passionate sports fanatic getting worked up over real controversies. Then I started to notice patterns, the same type of stories, the same manufactured outrage cycles, the same convenient timing around ratings periods. That's when it hit me, not literally. I wasn't consuming sports journalism. I was being fed sports entertainment designed to manipulate my emotions. Ooh! Well, today I am showing you exactly how the machine works and giving you a framework to spot the manipulation. You're welcome. We'll look at documented industry practices and research findings that prove this isn't just opinion, it's a calculated system. It changed me. It did. And I want to show you how they do it, because the tactics they're using might sound familiar. If you ever watch reality TV, that is. The Reality TV Playbook Sports Networks stole. Networks borrowed tactics from reality TV and cinematic sports documentaries. The same storytelling playbook that made Drive to Survive a hit. Yeah. Ever wonder why sports debates sound exactly like Real Housewives arguments? And that's the Real Housewives argument. You can pick 81. It's all the same. That's not accident. That's the same emotional manipulation tricks now shape how sports shows get produced. Yeah. Here's what they brought with them. The emotion factory concept. Networks now map out emotional beats just like reality shows do. They time drama right before the commercial breaks, plan when someone gets angry, and edit for viral clips. It's all calculated to keep you watching through those ads. Commercial breaks, if you want to be serious. They create fake feuds between analysts and analysts just like reality stars. You pick, you choose. Take any two sports personalities who argue on TV. Chances are they grab dinner together after the taping. But on camera, they play characters designed to trigger your emotion. One plays the villain, the other plays the hero, and sometimes they switch roles depending on the topic. Real story. The process is simple and it works every single time. Step 1, manufacture controversy. Someone makes an outrageous statement about a player or a team. Step 2, panel reactions. Other analysts respond with shock, anger, or agreement. Step 3, social media amplification. Clips get shared, hashtags trend, people argue online. Step 4, rinse and repeat tomorrow with a new controversy. They use the exact same editing tricks reality TV perfected. Dramatic music swells when someone's making a bold prediction, like a hot take. Reaction shots show other panelists rolling their eyes or nodding in agreement. Cliffhanger teases before breaks promise. Big revelations coming up next. Sounds familiar? It should, because it's the same formula used on every reality TV show. Sports personalities are now coached to have characters and take extreme positions, not given balanced analysis. Industry observers say producers encourage hot takes and discourage, I don't know, answers. They train to never show uncertainty because nuance doesn't get them clicks. Everything has to be black or white, hot or cold. This affects what stories get covered and which ones get buried. Real sports journalism about salary caps, or draft strategies, or circumventing. I'll just leave it there. Pushed aside, personal drama between players get front page treatment. Trade rumors based on nothing get hours of coverage. Actual game analysis get 5 minutes at the end of shows. And I'm being genuine with the end of shows, 5 minutes. Critics and inside reporters show production teams routinely isolate short clips to create scandalous sound bites. They take a single sentence from a 20-minute, yes, 20-minute interview and frame it as inflammatory. The repetition tricks your brain into thinking something insignificant is actually important. A large share of airtime now centers on personality-driven debate and off-field drama rather than play-by-play analysis. Think about it. Your favorite sports show. How much time do they spend talking about what happened on the field versus what someone said on Twitter, X, or any of the social media channels? How often do they analyze plays versus analyzing personalities? I don't like him because his socks are low. Networks discover something powerful. You don't need sports to happen to create sports content. They can manufacture drama 365 days a year. No time off. No days off. No days off. Off season becomes controversial season. That's a controversial season, by the way. If you didn't understand me, I had to say it twice because it's really, really important. Injury reports become character assassination opportunities. Contract negotiations become soap opera storylines. But the machine doesn't just create fake drama. It's destroying real people caught inside of the drama. How the system breaks athletes and journalists. What happens when you turn real people's lives into storylines for your entertainment? The human cost is brutal. It's brutal. Not beautiful, but it's brutal. Athletes now face constant scrutiny where every comment gets twisted into controversy, creating massive anxiety and burnout. Picture this. You're a 22-year-old making millions upon millions playing basketball. Sounds great, right? But every word you say gets analyzed by dozens of talking heads who need content to fill the 24-hour news cycle of programming. You make one joke as that 22-year-old, it gets taken out of context, and suddenly you're trending on X or any of the social media for all of the wrong reasons. One major study monitored over 1.3 million posts, flagged about 72,000, and verified more than 5,000 abusive messages with 18% sexual content and significant betting related abuse, showing the scale of online harassment athletes face. Experts warn that threats and repeated abuse are linked to increased anxiety and burnout for athletes who can't escape the constant negativity bombardment. Athletes get pressured to either stay silent or speak provocatively to stay relevant, destroying authentic communication. They just can't be normal people anymore. I'm using normal loosely. If they're boring in interviews, they disappear from coverage. If they're too honest, their words get weaponized against them. So they either give robotic non-answers or they lean into the drama because that's the only way to control their own narrative. The mental health crisis is real. Body shaming happens constantly. Check it out. You'll see. Character assassination comes from brief remarks taken completely out of context. Personal struggles get, modified into content. Players deal with depression, anxiety, and eating disorders while networks turn their pain into programming. Remember, when athletes started talking openly about mental health, that became another storyline to export, not a genuine conversation about human well-being. Journalists are being pushed out of actual reporting into cheap, high engagement, hot take content. The reporters who used to spend weeks investigating, salary cap violations or front office corruption or any other corruption, they're getting laid off. Legacy outlets have cut sports staff, and some investigative beats have reduced or eliminated because of manufactured drama, costs less, and gets more clicks. Breaking down complex trades takes expertise and time. Getting two people to argue about MVP rankings or making some kind of list only takes 30 minutes of prep work. Guess which one wins and gets funded? Newsrooms are cutting real reporters while hiring more debate show personalities. Some debate personalities aren't former players or beat reporters and can lack deep investigative experience. But they can yell loud, and that's all that matters now. You can just yell. The economic incentives are clear. Cheaper debate shows generate higher engagement than investigative reporting, I should say. Being confidently wrong gets more shares than being carefully right, because people love dunking on bad opinions or hot takes. This creates a feedback loop where journalists compete to be the loudest and not the most accurate. The industry now rewards performance over precision, entertainment over truth. This system turns journalism into performance art. And who liked art growing up? Show of hands. Show of hands. Facts become optional. Entertainment becomes everything. The reporters who care about accuracy either adapt to the circus or find new careers. But here's what's really happening. This manipulation machine isn't just changing how sports get covered. Nah, it's rewiring how your brain processes everything you watch while you're getting played and loving it. Your brain is wired to fall for this manipulation, and sports media companies have the psychology figured out perfectly. Research shows people trust confident speakers and perceive them as more knowledgeable. Wow. Social platforms amplify outrage because it drives the most engagement and sharing. Social media algorithms amplify fake and false controversy because anger and outrage drive the most engagement. Think about it. Think about it. When was the last time you shared a balanced take about your team's draft strategy? Never? But that hot take calling your quarterback butt crumbs, you probably screenshot it, posted it with them fire emojis. The algorithm sees that engagement and pushes more controversial content your way. The NCAA found 12% of all abuse was related to sports betting, with rates spiking during major tournaments, showing how these heated discussions can turn toxic fast. Here's how parasocial relationships and confirmation bias work together to trap you. You listen to the same sports radio host every morning for years. You feel like you know this person. So when they make terrible predictions week after week after week, you don't lose trust. You make excuses for them. Meanwhile, you remember the takes that confirm what you already believe and forget about the misses. That analyst who said your team would win the championship, Purge, yes. That same analyst who said your star player was washed up 3 months later, you conveniently forget about that one. I mean, yeah. Before you share a hot take, ask who benefits. The certainty, economic, and economy rewards confident predictions over careful analysis, even with low accuracy rates. Nobody wants to hear "it depends" or "we'll see what happens." You want definite statements, so media personalities speak with absolute confidence about things nobody can actually predict. Nobody. And you eat it up, yum, 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 yum. And you eat it up some more, yum, 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 yum. Because certainty feels better than uncertainty. Echo chambers form when algorithms feed you content that matches your team loyalty and existing beliefs. Your social media feed becomes an endless loop of people agreeing with your opinions. You start thinking everyone shares your views about your team, your player, your rivals. Reality gets distorted because you're only hearing voices that sounds like yours. Here's the three-way manipulation destroying sports discourse. Networks create drama for ratings. Social media amplifies it for engagement. Your brain rewards quick emotional responses with dopamine hits. Yet, during March Madness, student athletes accounted for 80% of malicious content and pilot studies showing how the system turns competition into personal attacks. This turns sports into tribal warfare, where fans attack each other instead of enjoying the competition. Sports used to be about bringing people together. Now it splits families apart. Fanatics spend more time arguing online than actually watching the games. Comment sections become war zone. The system profits from your anger, your division, and they're making money while destroying the sports community you love. But you can't control how much of this you let into your life. There's a simple way to filter out the manipulation and get back to what you actually love about sports. Conclusion. Here's your framework for breaking free from this manipulation. Ask yourself three questions about every sports story. Who benefits from this story? Ask whether a league, team, or network gains from the story being spreaded. What sources back this up? Look for name sources or full interview links. Why is this urgent right now? Check timing around ad seasons or low news days. These questions expose manufactured drama instantly. Start diversifying your media diet. Follow beat reporters who actually cover games. Read long-form pieces about team strategy. Question certainty as a red flag for manipulation. When someone speaks with absolute confidence about unpredictable outcomes, that's your cue. That's your cue to be skeptical. We've seen it before. Newsroom cuts and large studies of athletes abused, The incentives exist and they have consequences. Enjoy the games. Don't feed the media. Don't feed the machine. Remember those 3 questions and drop a comment about one time you realized you were being played by sports media manipulation.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.